Hello everyone and welcome back to Beartooth Hill Bike Park. This is episode 8 and this series is really starting to fly by. We have been getting videos out almost every week in this series now, and we are coming towards the end, but I have decided to add on a little extension to this series which you will see later on. You might be able to see a lake there at the top, and yes, I will be working on that after this. But yeah, we have almost finished the whole way around the basin. I think in the 9th episode we will be then working to what is at the top of the hill, because we have been, working in this whole dome. Well, it's the opposite of a dome, isn't it? But there is this stream here which will run down the side of the mountain. I'm using a log flume here to make this because it gives you that flowing look, and also it doesn't use many pieces. If I was going to do it using only water effects, it would take up a lot of pieces, and as you will know, water effects make your game lag a lot, so I thought it wasn't the best idea to have them in. But I'm really happy with how this stream looks afterwards. You can see how it comes all the way through the whole park, and it goes underneath the wooden coaster through this pipe. And yeah, I was looking at realism a lot, so they always line up, these two pipes, and then yeah, they meet at the other end after a small waterfall drop. The title of this video should be describing a log flume in any way, in some way or another, and you might think, oh, I've just scammed you and the log flume is actually the stream, but no, I will be building a log flume as an attraction at this park. Just here I'm making a little metal grate which the water will flow through, but then things like rocks and twigs won't have to fall all the way down, because that could get stuck somehow in the pipe which could block it, and obviously there is this wooden roller coaster, so you don't want big objects coming through this stream because it could damage it. So I did have that in mind. And here is another log flume, but yep, this is still the same stream. These can only have 20-degree inclines, so because of the sudden drops I had to build another log flume, because yeah, but you can see how it goes all the way through, and then there will imaginarily, is that a word? Imaginarily? Yeah, I'm going to imagine that there's some kind of tunnel going underneath this road, and then the waterfall will spew out and into the lake below. So yeah, I am thinking a lot of realism with this. I don't, I just like the aspect of having a whole stream flowing through the whole park, and you can follow it and see where it meets the lake at the bottom. And I mean, I've not really got the bigger picture of where the lake will then go afterwards, but I do like doing this kind of stuff. And yeah, we are just doing a bit of terraforming around, so you can't see the edges of this trough, so it does look like an actual stream and it doesn't look man-made. But we did use that little tunnel. I duplicated that from the last stream. That's quite a simple tunnel I made very early on, and yeah, I'm happy with how that looks. But yeah, there is of course another stream which I use the river rapids for, so that's the main one, and that comes down from the lake at the top, and I will be building around that like I said. But we are putting a couple of water effects in. I did say I didn't want to use too many of these, but at some parts you've just got to, because it's going to look a lot better. And here we are again making another metal grate, and this will catch things such as logs. And I do actually put a log in for an example that it has worked. So you can see a log that has got stuck on this bit of metal, and so yeah, there's the log there. But yeah, it's protection for the wooden roller coaster, and you can see that the lift hill does pass very close to that stream. But I think I like the thought of realism that I've gone for, how I'm thinking how it could pose a threat to the stability of this wooden coaster. So I'm placing lots of concrete and the tunnels so that it goes underneath it and won't have to somehow erode away at the supports. And then yeah, lots of more water features here. Obviously for the drops I couldn't use a log flume for that, because the log flume does have a 20-degree maximum angle, like I said before. So yeah, just use the water spouts to come out of the tunnel. And here we are using the waterfall piece again to have this other cool little drop coming down, and I decided not to use a log flume here. I just put a bit of splashes in. I didn't think it would fit, but I couldn't do that for the whole thing, as you will understand. So right now we are just making this fence a little bit taller. I did want to think of guest safety, and it seemed a little bit low so that people could possibly climb over it, and with a huge wooden roller coaster coming by, you know, that could easily cause some injuries. But here is the actual Log Flume station itself, and this is on the same level to this sort of plaza area. I think I might have some food stands in the middle of this path. Obviously I've not used an actual path because when building on this hill it's very difficult, so yeah, there won't be guests in this park like I've already said. And I don't see the point in having guests in parks anyway. You can always ride the rides without them, and if anything it only makes the game more laggy. But we are just quickly making a decent layout for this Log Flume. Yeah, it's quite a short layout and the drops aren't too big. Obviously it's not going to be like Chapas with it's not going to be like Chapas with that Fantasyland theming. It's just a very simple one going through the woods. I think it just fits the woodland vibe. So yeah, I think it fits the space quite well, and it's something a bit like there's a small Log Flume in Nickelodeon Land in Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a larger version of that, I guess. So yeah, it'll be quite fun, but just something for the whole family, because some people might not want to do the wooden roller coaster, as you know, it's quite fast and loud and it might be quite intimidating to families, for example. But we are putting this concrete wall in here. I don't really know why I did this, I just thought it would look better than not doing it. It's some weird backstage area here which doesn't really have any point, but it just looks decent. I can't really explain what this is for. I guess it's just a variety of supporting it so that I didn't have to have the same wooden supports going through it the whole way around. But I think it looks good whatever it is for. And yeah, there's just a bit of terrain work going in here. I wanted the Log Flume to be quite close to the ground. I didn't want it to be, you know, too tall. And then a couple of fences here. I wanted a little bit of trees in this area because it seemed to be, you know, a bit too urban. There wasn't really much shrubbery in this whole plaza area, so I just wanted to have a little gap where I could put some trees in. And here goes the famous haunted house beams, and I have been using them a lot with this architecture. I think they look really good. So yeah, I'm just putting that in. It's the same style of building that I've used for a lot of it, and we have stopped doing custom roofs, as I've said before. I use you know, this roof takes up, what, 4 pieces, maybe 3, no, 6, my god, my maths is bad, instead of using, what, about 100 and something pieces for one roof. And yeah, I'm trying to keep that piece count down. At first I thought this was going to be a fairly small park, and with all the nature I wouldn't have that many pieces because the building work wouldn't be as much, but I'm quite surprised with how many pieces I have actually used. Obviously with some of the signs that's used lots of pieces. I think the front sign has used around 3,000 pieces. I really like that sign and I think it's worth having it in the park, but you know, I do have to think about piece counts quite a lot with this. And I am not adding an entrance on this ride. There's not an actual operational entrance, so it will be stuck in testing mode, but that's fine. That's just the same as what I've done for the wooden coaster. With there being no guests, I just don't see the point. The entrances are too big, the paths are too wide. It's just a bit annoying. I could just go complaining about Frontier, but I'm not going to, because, you know, what's the point in being negative? We enjoy this game, so yeah. Talking about Frontier, I said I wasn't going to complain about them, but I am. They have delayed Xbox and PlayStation Planet Coaster until Christmas. I think it's because they have recently announced PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One Series X, I think. So for those newer generation consoles, Frontier have now seen an opportunity in developing Planet Coaster so it can also be used on those newer consoles. So it has been delayed. It might be to do with the virus a bit as well. For example, some staff might not be able to be as productive in this time, something like that. But yeah, I think it is quite sad because I was kind of looking forward to playing Planet Coaster on the Xbox to see what it's like. And I know that there's a lot of people who can't afford powerful PCs to play, but they've got an Xbox, so they want to play Planet Coaster on the Xbox only. I think it's a shame for those kind of people, but it doesn't really affect me much at all. And yeah, you can see how the whole building for the Log Flume entrance is going together. I think it's quite good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's very simple, but I like how it is sheltered. And yeah, we just put some signs in there saying entrance and exit. I don't have a name for this Log Flume. I might just go with something very basic, just like Log Flume. But if you've got any suggestions, please leave them in the comments, because I will be making a custom sign for this. Maybe not custom, it depends. But I'll be making a sign for this name at the entrance at the start of the next video. So just please leave a suggestion, or it will probably just be called Log Flume. Yeah, just a couple of random fences going in there. I was finishing off that small backstage area, and yeah, some rocks. So here we are placing a door now, and this is just for realism again, so that staff can access that backstage area for whatever reason. And we are working on this stone wall using the haunted house pieces, foundations. I'm not sure the exact name for it, but it does come in the spooky pack, I believe, and I think it's one of my favourite pieces as well. For one piece, for only using one piece out of your piece count, it's got a lot of detail. You know, you could be making that custom stone wall out of individual pieces, and maybe each brick, each piece would be around, what, 50 pieces, and then with all 50 that there are here roughly. So it's great that we've got such a highly detailed piece which is all in one piece. But I thought, I've not really got a reason for this wall, I just thought it looked good how the Log Flume sort of came around the top of it, and then it slants up so people can either cycle up this path or walk. Not everyone will have a bike, they might just be here for the attractions, such as the Log Flume, the Alpine Coaster and the wooden coaster. But then again, some fences on top. I really like how these fences look above these stone walls, it looks good. But these stone walls I've only really discovered about halfway through building this park. I kind of wish I'd discovered them earlier because I would have used them more, but it is what it is. So I started using them for the toilet block that we built. That was quite a while ago. I think it might have been at the start of building the wooden coaster, so that was before the wooden coaster even existed. But I did first use it then, and I have been using it quite a lot since. I think it's a very good looking piece. I've gone on quite a lot on how much I love this piece. So for the rest of the video we will just be placing in rocks and bushes. You know, it's the same typical thing with it being such a natural area, that's what I've got to do. And yeah, here you are seeing me put these dirt drip decals on to the wall. With it being a Log Flume, obviously some of the water will have dripped down, so you know, it just looks realistic. But I'm gonna let you guys go now. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, all that stuff. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.